In the competitive field of video editing, preparing for interviews is essential for success. This video will highlight the top 25 interview questions that candidates commonly face, along with insightful answers to help you stand out. Whether you are a seasoned professional or a newcomer, understanding these questions can enhance your confidence. Join us as we explore key topics and provide tips to effectively communicate your skills and experiences during the interview process. 1. What video editing software are you most proficient in? I am most proficient in Adobe Premiere Pro, which I find versatile for various projects. Its robust editing tools and user-friendly interface allow for efficient workflow management. I also have experience with Final Cut Pro, especially for projects requiring fast turnaround times on Mac systems. Additionally, I've explored DaVinci Resolve for its powerful color grading capabilities. Each software has its strengths, and I choose based on the project's requirements, ensuring I leverage the best tools available for high-quality results. 2. How do you stay updated on the latest editing tools and trends? Staying updated on the latest editing tools and trends involves a combination of continuous learning and active engagement with the community. I regularly follow industry blogs, forums, and websites that focus on video editing news and software updates. Subscribing to newsletters from leading software companies also helps me stay informed. Additionally, I participate in online workshops and webinars, which provide hands-on experience with new tools. Engaging with fellow editors on social media platforms allows me to share insights and learn about emerging trends. This multifaceted approach ensures I remain current in this rapidly evolving field. 3. Describe your process for organizing and managing video footage. My process for organizing and managing video footage begins with setting up a clear folder structure on my storage device. I create main folders for each project, further dividing them into subfolders for raw footage, audio, graphics, and exports. After importing footage, I label each clip with descriptive names, including date and content details. During editing, I use tagging and color coding within the software to highlight important clips. Regular backups are essential, so I maintain copies on external drives and cloud storage. This systematic approach saves time and reduces stress during the editing process. 4. How do you approach color correction and grading in your projects? Color correction and grading are crucial steps in my editing process. Initially, I assess the footage to identify any color imbalances or exposure issues. I use software tools like Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve to adjust white balance, contrast, and saturation, ensuring the colors appear natural. After achieving a balanced look, I move on to grading, where I establish the desired mood and tone for the project. This involves applying LUTs or manual adjustments to create a cohesive visual style that aligns with the narrative, enhancing the emotional impact of the video. 5. Can you explain your workflow for a typical video editing project? My workflow for a typical video editing project starts with a thorough pre-production phase, where I gather all necessary materials and outline the project's objectives. Next, I import and organize footage into a structured folder system, allowing for easy access during editing. I then proceed with the rough cut, focusing on story flow and pacing. After receiving feedback, I refine the edit, paying close attention to audio and color grading. Finally, I export the project in various formats to ensure compatibility across platforms, while always keeping the client's vision at the forefront. 6. What techniques do you use to create smooth transitions between scenes? Creating smooth transitions between scenes is essential for maintaining flow in a video. I often utilize techniques like cross dissolves and fades, which blend the end of one scene into the beginning of another. I also employ cuts that match action or sound, ensuring continuity and engaging the viewer. Additionally, using visual elements like motion graphics or overlays can help bridge scenes creatively. Sound design plays a crucial role too. Aligning audio cues with transitions enhances the overall experience. Each transition is tailored to fit the narrative, ensuring coherence and rhythm throughout the piece. 7. How do you handle client feedback and revisions? When receiving client feedback, I approach it with an open mind and a positive attitude. I first ensure I fully understand their comments by asking clarifying questions if necessary. I prioritize their requests based on project goals and feasibility, making sure to explain any technical limitations I might encounter. Revisions are handled systematically. I create a checklist to track changes and communicate updates regularly. This keeps clients informed and engaged in the process, ensuring their vision is realized while maintaining a collaborative relationship. 8. Describe a time when you had to meet a tight deadline. How did you manage it? In a recent project, I was tasked with editing a promotional video for a product launch with only 3 days to deliver. To manage this tight deadline, I began by breaking down the project into smaller tasks and prioritizing the most critical elements. I organized the footage into a clear structure, allowing me to focus on essential scenes first. I communicated closely with the client to ensure their feedback was incorporated promptly. By maintaining a strict schedule and minimizing distractions, I successfully met the deadline while delivering a high-quality edit that exceeded the client's expectations. 9. What's your experience with motion graphics and special effects? My experience with motion graphics and special effects encompasses a variety of projects, ranging from promotional videos to short films. I utilize software like Adobe After Effects and Blender to create visually appealing graphics that enhance storytelling. My process involves sketching concepts, animating elements, and integrating them seamlessly into live-action footage. I pay close attention to timing and movement to ensure that the graphics complement the narrative without overpowering it. Collaborating with designers and sound engineers helps achieve a polished final product that engages the audience effectively. 10. How do you ensure consistency in style and tone throughout a video? Ensuring consistency in style and tone throughout a video involves a few key practices. First, I establish a clear vision and style guide before starting the project, detailing elements like color schemes, fonts, and graphic styles. I maintain this guide as a reference throughout the editing process. Second, I review previous footage and edits to ensure that new content aligns with established themes. Regularly seeking feedback from collaborators also helps in maintaining this consistency. Finally, I perform a thorough review of the entire video to ensure that all components harmonize correctly before finalizing the project. 11. What's your approach to selecting appropriate music and sound effects? Selecting music and sound effects is crucial for enhancing the emotional impact of a video. I begin by understanding the project's mood and target audience. I often create a playlist of potential tracks that fit the theme, considering tempo, genre, and emotional resonance. Once I narrow down my choices, I preview the music alongside the visuals to ensure synergy. I also pay attention to licensing requirements to avoid copyright issues. Collaborating with the client is essential, as their insights can guide the final selection to ensure it aligns with their vision and brand identity. 12. How do you handle projects with multiple stakeholders or team members? In projects involving multiple stakeholders or team members, clear communication is essential. I establish a shared platform for file management, ensuring everyone has access to the latest versions of the project. Regular check-ins and updates help address any concerns promptly. I also prioritize feedback by creating a structured timeline for revisions, ensuring all voices are heard while maintaining project momentum. Balancing differing opinions requires diplomacy, so I focus on aligning everyone's vision with the project goals, fostering a collaborative atmosphere that enhances creativity and productivity. 13. Can you describe your experience with multicam editing? Multicam editing involves working with footage from multiple cameras capturing the same event or scene. In my experience, I start by syncing the clips based on audio or timecode, which allows for smooth transitions between different angles. I use software tools that enable me to switch between shots seamlessly and maintain continuity. This technique is particularly useful for live events, interviews, or performances where capturing diverse perspectives enhances the storytelling. Attention to detail is crucial, as I ensure that the pacing and energy align with the content, creating a dynamic viewing experience. 14. What's your process for creating engaging intros and outros? Creating engaging intros and outros involves understanding the video's purpose and audience. I start by brainstorming key messages and visual elements that align with the project's theme. For intros, I focus on capturing attention quickly, often using dynamic visuals, sound effects, and a brief hook that teases the content ahead. For outros, I aim to reinforce the main message, encouraging viewers to take action, like subscribing or watching more content. Consistency in branding and style is crucial, so I ensure that elements such as logos and color schemes are coherent throughout both sections. 15. How do you optimize videos for different platforms, e.g., YouTube, Instagram, TikTok? Optimizing videos for various platforms involves understanding each platform's unique requirements and audience preferences. For YouTube, I focus on higher resolutions and longer content, ensuring SEO-friendly titles and descriptions. On Instagram, shorter, eye-catching clips are key, often utilizing square or vertical formats. TikTok demands even more engaging, quick-paced content, so I prioritize trends and challenges. Additionally, I adjust video length, aspect ratios, and thumbnail designs accordingly, while ensuring that the message remains clear and engaging across platforms. Analytics help refine future content strategies. 16. Describe a challenging project you worked on and how you overcame the difficulties. One challenging project involved editing a documentary within a compressed timeline due to unexpected delays. The initial footage was disorganized, making it difficult to piece together a coherent narrative. I tackled this by creating a detailed outline to structure the story, categorizing footage based on themes and key moments. Utilizing efficient editing software features allowed me to speed up the process. Regular communication with the director ensured alignment with their vision, allowing for quick adjustments and a successful final product that met the deadline. 17. How do you ensure high-quality audio in your videos? Ensuring high-quality audio is crucial for effective video production. I begin by using high-quality microphones suited to the recording environment. During the editing phase, I utilize audio editing software to clean up background noise and enhance clarity. I also pay attention to audio levels, making sure dialogue is prominent while balancing music and sound effects. Additionally, I may use equalization and compression techniques to achieve a polished sound. Listening to the audio on different devices helps me ensure consistency across various playback systems. 18. What's your experience with 360-degree video or VR content editing? In my experience with 360-degree video and VR content editing, I've worked on several projects that required immersive storytelling techniques. This type of editing demands a strong understanding of spatial audio and how viewers interact with the content. I utilize tools like Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects, along with specialized software like Color and Mystica for stitching footage. Ensuring seamless transitions and maintaining visual consistency across the 360-degree environment is essential. I also prioritize user experience by considering how viewers will navigate through the space, enhancing engagement and immersion. 19. How do you approach pacing and rhythm in your edits? Pacing and rhythm are crucial elements in video editing that can significantly affect the viewer's engagement. I begin by understanding the narrative flow of the project and the emotions I want to convey. I pay close attention to the tempo of the footage, aligning cuts with beats in the music or key moments in dialogue. I utilize techniques such as jump cuts for fast-paced sequences and slower transitions for more emotional scenes, ensuring that the pacing matches the story's intent. Adjusting the timing of cuts and using sound design effectively enhances the overall viewing experience. 20. Can you explain your understanding of aspect ratios and how they affect your work? Aspect ratios are crucial in video editing as they define the width-to-height relationship of a video frame. Common ratios include 16:9 for widescreen and 4:3 for standard formats. Understanding aspect ratios helps in framing shots correctly, ensuring the focus remains on essential elements while avoiding unnecessary cropping. For instance, when editing for platforms like Instagram, I might use a 1:1 ratio to cater to square formats. This knowledge influences my decisions on compositions, transitions, and how I integrate graphics, ensuring content looks polished across various display devices. 21. How do you handle projects that require extensive use of stock footage or assets? When handling projects that require extensive use of stock footage or assets, I start by thoroughly understanding the project's needs and objectives. I research and curate high-quality stock footage that aligns with the visual style and narrative. Organization is key. I categorize selected clips and assets to streamline the editing process. I ensure that the stock footage integrates seamlessly with original content, maintaining consistency in color grading and pacing. Additionally, I always check licensing agreements to avoid any legal issues while crediting sources where required. This approach enables me to create a polished final product. 22. What's your experience with creating subtitles or closed captions? Creating subtitles and closed captions involves several steps to ensure accuracy and accessibility. I typically start by transcribing the audio, making sure to capture the dialogue and important sounds. After that, I format the text for readability, such as breaking lines at natural pauses and considering character limits per line. I also pay attention to timing, ensuring that captions sync well with the audio. My experience includes using software like Adobe Premiere Pro and Agasib, which provide tools for editing and styling subtitles, enhancing viewer engagement and comprehension. 23. How do you ensure that your edits align with the client's brand guidelines? To ensure that my edits align with the client's brand guidelines, I first familiarize myself with their brand identity, including color palettes, fonts, and overall messaging. I review any existing brand materials or style guides they provide. During the editing process, I maintain close communication with the client, seeking feedback at various stages. This helps ensure that the edits reflect their vision. I also pay attention to the tone and style of the footage, making adjustments to maintain consistency with their brand voice. Regularly revisiting these guidelines throughout the project helps keep everything aligned. 24. Can you describe your experience with live event editing or quick turnaround projects? Live event editing requires a unique set of skills due to the fast-paced nature of the work. I have experience editing weddings, conferences, and concerts, where real-time decision-making is crucial. My process involves quickly identifying key moments during the event and capturing them for immediate editing. I often use a two-camera setup to create dynamic coverage. Familiarity with the event schedule helps me prioritize shots. Working under tight deadlines, I utilize templates for graphics and sound to expedite the editing process while ensuring a polished final product that meets client expectations. 25. How do you stay creative and avoid burnout in your editing work? Staying creative in video editing involves a mix of inspiration and self-care. I regularly consume various forms of media, including films, documentaries, and online content, to spark new ideas. Collaborating with other creatives also helps to bring fresh perspectives. I set aside time for personal projects that allow me to experiment without pressure. Taking breaks and engaging in activities outside of editing, like nature walks or reading, rejuvenates my mind. Establishing a structured schedule helps maintain a balance between work and personal time, preventing burnout while allowing creativity to flourish. In this video, we've covered the top 25 video editor interview questions and their answers to help you prepare effectively for your next interview. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned professional, understanding these questions can give you an edge in showcasing your skills and experience. Remember, preparation is key to confidence, and knowing how to articulate your thoughts can make a significant difference. If you found this information helpful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more tips and insights on video editing and other related topics. Thank you for watching.